Right. And here we are. Here we are. Let me get everything together. Oh, that light is bright. It, there is nothing like that's got to be better. There is nothing like a big, bright, fluorescent light to make you look like shit. All right. Okay. Let me pull this together. Let me get some of these assets going. Okay. All right. 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 Let me pull it together. All right. Here we are, Sunday evening, and the forecast I'm going to give you guys is coming from the Llewellyn Daily Planetary Guide. All right. So I'm going to be giving it to you Monday through Friday. Okay. Let me get my media assets together. Here we go. In the event, afterwards, anybody wants to come up, let me give you the link. Let me drop the link. I'm going to drop this link right here. Drop the link. All right. All right. Let us get into this. Oh, let me get my media assets together. There we go. All righty. All right. I think I'm ready. Okay. Okay, y'all. So here we go. It is Sunday evening, and we about to embark on a brand new work cycle. And with that being said, let's really get into this. You know, these last few weeks have the energy has been really intense. You know, the universe was giving us, a lot at one point, but now the universe is going to give us a moment to slow down and for us to realign. So this work cycle, otherwise known as a week, I don't like using that word. This work cycle is going to bring some very powerful lessons around self-worth, around relationships, communication, and reclaiming our personal power. So with the Chiron retrograding in Taurus, Venus entering Libra, what do we got? We got Mercury entering Leo, Mars in Gemini, Pluto retrograding in Aquarius. We are going to be being asked to heal what we've been carrying. We're going to be asked to speak our truth and to move differently. So before I break all this down, in the chat, we got Mr. Stevens. Let me get him back on up here. Good evening, my good man. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. I'm on vacation this work week. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. I really need it. As you know, what I've been doing is I've been finding songs to match the tarot cards. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing that this week and working on some more writings and stuff. So I hope I find some good songs. And if you have any songs that come to mind, message me and I'll definitely use them.
Okay, very good. Yeah, no, I noticed your social media, so I've been leaving commentary and stuff like that. Congratulations, baby. Yeah. And you know what? And if you notice, like every time I do something, I try to fit a song to match the message. So there you go.
Okay, yeah. But yeah,
But yeah,
but I wanted to tell you something too. I had a little bit of a problem at work with that boy again, and he was still going around whispering, tell Michael to do this. So I gave him like an evil ass look, like the most evil look I've ever gave. He got so scared, and I don't like bragging about people getting scared, but I think he knows what time it is. I definitely do, but I don't want to lose my temper on this boy. But this boy, he will push until you go off. And sometimes I think some autistic people are like that. I think, but I just pray that when I do come back, that I can control myself or just ignore him or something. But
well,
you
Michael,
know,
here it is. That which triggers you controls you. So at the same point, baby, you're gonna have to decide how much power you're gonna give this individual.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I may have
So,
to say something to him.
Michael, I believe straight talk leads to straight understanding.
Okay. Okay.
Straight
Well,
talk leads to- listen, but I'm a Sagittarius. I'm an Aquarian with a Sagittarius rising, so I'm not afraid to say that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah,
not afraid.
but to see the one thing about me, and I'll let you get on with your show. But the one thing with me, I've noticed over the years when I try to uh heal a problem by being honest, it just what you call it, it only incites it or makes it worse. It's like when you put water on a fire, and then sometimes the fire, it spreads. So I got to be very careful of that. I know I've learned that about myself over the years, so I just, and I've talked to the boss about it too, but yeah, this boy, he got to go.
Or you could just banish him for, like I said, darling, listen, I work with some very difficult personalities at my other job. Not so much my when I'm at the salon, but my other job. And at this point in the game, they all know you really take me when you want to come up to me. And I'm okay with that. Because I'm not there to be anybody's friends. I'm there to do my job, make my money, and go home. All this other extra bullshit is not in my pay grade. It's not in my
Yep.
pay grade. I'm not here to look after your feelings, because if you stay out of my business, your feelings are gonna be safe. You gotta play where you gotta stay in your lane, play where you safe.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to your show because
All
I
right.
can't wait to see what you're gonna say. All right. Bye.
Well, honey, pay attention, because this week, well, it's gonna be a week that you're gonna be off, so you're gonna have a little bit better, so you don't have to interact with anybody, which gives you a lot more bandwidth to work on the things that are coming through. So yeah.
All right. All right.
All right, love. Thank you for stopping by, baby. Thank you for coming out, honey. I love Mr. Stevens. Always got something, always got a perspective to share. Never afraid. Is never afraid to speak his truth. So I do love that about Mr. Stevens. All right, but moving right along. So the work cycle, or otherwise known as week, I don't like saying that, of August the 3rd through the 9th. We're going to stop fighting with ourselves, and we're going to start moving differently. All right. These past few weeks have been intense, and the energy at about this time is going to start to simmer down a little bit. So this week isn't about pushing harder. It's about checking in with ourselves and where are we still holding on? Where are we still trying to prove something? Where are we spending our energy fighting battles that aren't even ours? The universe is going to give us a chance to slow down and get very real and get very honest, so that we can start moving in a healthier place. All right. So let me get my all right, there we go. Let's start out with Monday, tomorrow. Come on. Moon Day. There we go. We've got Chiron retrograding in Taurus. All right. So tomorrow the energy is going to be more about healing in the places where we don't feel enough. Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron shows us the places where we carry pain, where we carry insecurities and old stories that still affect how we see ourselves. And as Chiron moves retrograde in Taurus, we're being asked to look at our relationships with our self-worth, our relationships with money, with stability, with our bodies, feeling secure in who we are. And Taurus is about our foundation. Taurus asks, what do I believe makes me valuable? And this energy can bring up old feelings, that it could bring up that voice that says, am I really enough? Did I miss my chance? Why does everybody else seem to be ahead of me? So here's the lesson for Monday. Your worth was never something you had to earn. You don't become valuable because you achieve something. You are valuable before you even accomplish anything. You are valuable because you are simply you, and there's no other duplication. So Monday is going to be a time to rebuild our foundation from the inside out. And with that, the best tarot card for Monday that would exemplify the energy would be the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles represents feelings of lack, of insecurity, the moments where we question our value. And this card connects with the Chiron retrograde because both energies bring attention to the places where we feel abandoned or where we feel behind or where we feel unsupported. You know, the deeper lesson of this card is realizing that the feeling of being without doesn't mean that we truly are without. Our healing begins when we stop measuring our worth by what we think that we're missing. Okay. Next on our dance list is Tuesday. And this is when Venus is going to move into Libra. And with Libra and Venus, you know, the energy is very, very simple. Oh, hold on. Venus is moving into Libra right there. This energy is going to say, you know, love needs balance. Venus represents love. It represents relationships, beauty, money, and what we value. When Venus enters Libra, relationships become a major focus. Libra is ruled by Venus. So this energy brings attention to harmony, to fairness, to the emotional balance. But this isn't just about romance. It's about the relationships that we have with ourselves. Are we giving too much? Are we constantly adjusting ourselves to keep other people comfortable? Are we afraid to speak our truths because we don't want any conflict? And Tuesday, the lesson in here is going to be that peace is not pretending that everything is okay. Real peace comes when we can be honest and still feel safe. And the right people will not require us to lose ourselves to keep them. So with that being said, the best card that represents that would be the Two of Cups. You know, the Two of Cups, it represents connection. It represents, right? Moving right along, we got Wednesday. Yeah, honey, Wednesday. Baby, Venus, Pluto, and Uranus. That energy, baby, the relationships are going to wake up to on Wednesday, okay? Let me bring it together. Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus. Have mercy. When Venus connects with Pluto and Uranus, relationships can become a place of transformation. Venus brings the love. Venus brings attention. Venus brings the values. Pluto brings in the deep healing, the endings, and the rebirth. And Uranus brings up change. Uranus brings up freedom and unexpected shifts. This energy is going to reveal what is real and what isn't. So some connections are going to be deepened and other patterns are going to end. You know, some unexpected opportunities can appear, but here's the truth. Sometimes the things that we are afraid to lose is the very things that are blocking our growth. The universe cannot bring you something new into your life if your hands are still holding on to what's old, outdated, and what's not serving you anymore. So in Wednesday, here's that scary card. Baby, it's going to be death. This card represents this Wednesday energy because death represents transformation. It represents release and a rebirth. This card is going to fit because Venus, Pluto, and Uranus energy asks us to let go of old patterns. It's asking us to let go of old attachments and old versions of ourselves. You got to remember, death reminds us that it's not an ending. You know, that death reminds us that an ending is not always a loss. An ending sometimes is a doorway to becoming who we were always meant to be. That job that you hated, that relationship that kept giving you headaches. Yeah, we hold on to all that shit. We hold on to it. And you got to ask yourselves, why are you fighting? Why are you fighting so hard for this? And y'all, you got to remember something, that whatever is meant for you will never ask you to compromise yourself. Whatever is meant for you will never ask you to compromise your peace. So on Thursday, please, I'm sorry, on Wednesday, pay attention to what is wanting to leave. Whatever wants to leave, let it go, let it go, let it go. Shit, let it go. All right. Moving right along. We're going into Thursday. Babies, at this point, Mercury enters Leo. When Mercury enters Leo, baby, your voice is ready. Mercury rules communication. Mercury rules thoughts, ideas, and how we express ourselves. And in the sign of Leo, now you got to remember that Leo rules confidence. Leo rules creativity, visibility, and self-expression. So when Mercury enters Leo, we are going to be reminded to stop hiding, to stop shrinking, stop waiting for permission. This day is going to remind us that our voice matters, that our ideas matter, that our creativity matters. So on Thursday, be very mindful. Confidence is not needing everybody to clap for you. Real confidence is knowing who you are even when nobody is watching. Did you catch all that? Did you all catch all that? All right. So, for Thursday, the energy for this Thursday, the tarot that best amplifies the energy is going to be the Magician. The Magician represents communication, represents creativity, and using the gifts that we already have. If you look at the table that the Magician is holding, all of the suits of the tarot are there: the wands, the swords, the cups, the pentacles. You got everything you need, everything you need. And again, what is from above is going to be, from below. Remember, you see the infinity, the figure 8, above the Magician's head. Yeah, we got everything we need. So this card is connecting with the Mercury in Leo because it reminds us that we already have the tools that we need. And the question is not, am I ready? The question is, are you willing to step forward? Your voice is a tool. Your creativity is a tool. Your experience is a tool. So use it. Now we come to Friday. Baby, on Friday, the sun and Jupiter is in Leo. And that energy is like, it's time to remember who the fuck we are. All right? Baby, when the sun and Jupiter goes into Leo, yeah, things is about to happen. Leo energy is going to ask us one major question. Who are we when nobody is validating us? The sun represents our identity. The sun represents confidence and a life force. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Whatever Jupiter touches, it's going to bring growth. It's going to bring opportunities. It's going to bring bigger possibilities. So together, this energy encourages us to step into our confidence. The shadow is chasing attention because you don't feel recognized. Our higher expression is showing up because we know we have something valuable to offer. We don't have to prove that we belong. All we've got to do is stop acting like we don't. Did you catch that? Let me say that again. We do not have to prove that we belong. We just got to stop acting like we don't. When we're talking about this energy, the only card that fits this energy is the sun. Hold on, come on now. There we go. The sun in the tarot card it's the card of confidence. It's the card of joy, of authenticity and being fully seen. This card represents the energy of Leo at its highest expression. The sun reminds us that shining does not mean that you are taken away from somebody else. Our light is allowed to be seen. our light is allowed to be seen. So, Saturday and Sunday, I don't do anything, so I stop there. But Monday through Friday, and with Friday being the accumulation, all this week is doing is building up on how we become a better version of ourselves. How do we stop shrinking? This week is going to be about coming back home to ourselves, healing our old wounds, speaking our truth, creating balance, releasing what no longer fits. We don't have to fight for everything. We don't have to prove everything. We don't have to carry everything. Sometimes the biggest shift happens when we finally stop resisting who we are becoming. It's going to be a hell of a week, babies. It's going to be a hell of a week. Let me see what we got going. Rapid said becoming Elsa is okay. No, Jess is buffering. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right. So, I just wanted to give you guys a weekend, a preview of this coming week. Let me do, wait, no. That's not what I wanted. I want to drop the link one more time. We're going to drop the link one more time. So if anybody got anything they want to talk about, we can do that. In the meantime, if anyone's got anything, put it in the chat. Hold on for a second, y'all. Let me do this real fast. There we go. There we go. And where is my link? Okay, copy my link. Copied. Put it in here. All right. There we go. All right. So if anyone's got any questions or anyone wants to add something right now, I dropped the link. Please come on up. You don't have to bring your camera up. You could do audio. That's fine. And if no one has anything to say, we're going to cut this short live. I'm going to give you guys an affirmation. I'm going to get started ready for tomorrow. You all, this week, oh my God, this week I'm going to be busy. So, the content might be a little spotty. So please bear with me. So, okay, no one's coming up and that is fine. So we're going to end this. Let me give you all an affirmation. Here we go. I got it, y'all. Okay, we're going to affirm. I release the need to prove my worth. I trust my healing, honor my voice, and allow myself to grow into the person I was always meant to become. When this video uploads, I'm going to get the transcript and I'm going to put the affirmation in a short so that you guys can look at that. And with all that being said, Martha, Mr. Stevens, Lady Sarah, Jess, thank you all for stopping on by. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, do all those things, share it with people. Let's get some attention to the channel. And yeah, that is it. All right. So y'all be gentle with yourselves this week. Be gentle with yourselves this week. We're going to be doing some healing. We're going to be doing some growing. And things may be a little what do they call it? Cattywampus. There you go. It's all part of that. Growth is never easy. Growth is never pretty, but growth is always, always mandatory. So if you're playing it safe, baby, you're not growing. All right. And that's not what we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be here on this earthly plane to see our fullest potential. Okay. So with all that being said, you all, have a great week. Wait a minute. What did Jamie say? I hate I made it to the late. Oh, okay, you're new here. Okay, baby, thank you. Listen, Jenny, I'm glad that you're here, baby. Just you just replay the video, all right? It's going to be up, but I'm glad you made it, okay? And Lady Martha, have a good night. Have a good night. And yes, and like my Lady Sarah says, better late than never, Janie. Better late than never, baby. All right. Martha, have a great week. All right, you guys, you all have an amazing week. Do the best you can. Remember, your alignment is your assignment. When it gets too hard, what do you say? Show me how good it can be. The universe is going to meet you measure for measure. All right. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all stay blessed. Good night.